Enough is enough. Dangote shocks everyone, tells Tinubu to remove petrol subsidy despite the hardship. See explosive details. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we go to air this morning. Our headline for this morning says here that enough is enough. Dangote shocks everyone, tells Tinubu to remove petrol subsidy despite the hardship. See his explosive statement. We have it that Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man and founder of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, has once again voiced his position on the controversial issue of fuel subsidies in Nigeria. During an interview with Bloomberg TV, Dangote emphasized the need for federal government to abolish the petrol subsidy, saying that the current economic climate makes it the right time to do so. His remarks came amid ongoing discussion about Nigerian subsidy policy, which has been a topic of debate due to the financial strain it imposes on the government and the Nigerian economy. I believe now that it's the appropriate time to remove subsidy, so as all countries have already done so, Dangote said. He added that although subsidies are a sensitive issue, they create inefficiencies that drive up prices and compel the government to spend money unnecessarily. Dangote's argument is rooted in the belief that subsidies are unsustainable. He pointed out that once the government decides to subsidize a product like petrol, it distorts the markets by allowing prices to fluctuate unnaturally. The government, according to him, ends up paying what they are not supposed to be paying. In this scenario, resources they could have been directed towards critical sectors such as infrastructure, education, and healthcare, and are instead spent on maintaining artificial low fuel prices. Well, fuel subsidy in Nigeria has long been a double-edged sword. While it provides temporary relief to customers, it strains the government finances. According to Dangote, the financial burden of the subsidy is particularly significant given Nigeria's porous borders. Petrol often ends up being smuggled into neighboring countries where it is sold at higher price, even that Nigeria gasoline price are about 60% of the prices in nearby nations. The porous borders makes it easy for trade to exploit Nigeria's subsidized fuel, undermining the policy intent for benefit Nigerian citizens. With fuel cheaper in Nigeria than in most neighboring countries, the subsidy essentially funds the smuggling of petrol across the border, further reducing the potential benefits for Nigerians in Dangote's view. This makes the current subsidy game not sustainable, especially when the government is unable to afford the escalating costs. Dangote also highlighting that his new refinery will offer great transparency on Nigerian actual fuel consumption. Estimates on Nigerian daily petrol consumption have varied, with figures ranging from 60 million to 30 million liters. These discrepancies make it difficult for the government to accurately assess and manage its fuel subsidy policies. With the Dangote refinery set to play a significant role in the country's petroleum market, the billionaire businessman reviews plans to track the petrol produced and sold locally. Everything can be counted and accounted for, he said, explaining that the company will place trackers on trucks and ships to monitor fuel and ensure that fuel designated for domestic use is not smuggled out of the country, helping to curb some of the inefficiencies associated with the subsidy system. According to Dangote, we plan to install trackers on most trucks or ships loading from our refinery to ensure that the oil remains within Nigeria, which will help the government save a significant amount of money. Well, drawing on a global comparison, Dangote highlighting the example of Saudi Arabia, a major oil producing nation that historically sold petrol at significant subsidized price to its citizens. However, even Saudi Arabia has moved to reduce its subsidies As a result, gasoline in Nigeria is currently about 40% cheaper than in Saudi Arabia. A discrepancy that Dangote believes makes little economic sense. Well, in his own view, while subsidy may seem to be a form of social support, they do more harm to good when they undermine economic efficiency and promote wasteful consumption. Nigeria, according to Dangote, cannot afford to continue subsidizing petrol indefinitely, especially in light of the country's fiscal challenges. While Dangote is firm in his belief that fuel subsidies should be removed, he acknowledged that the decision ultimately rests with the government. The decision to remove the subsidy rests entirely with the government, not with us. We cannot alter the price, but I believe the government will need to make some trade-offs, Dangote explained. That is what we have for you concerning this headline today this morning. We says here that enough is enough. Dangote shocks everyone, tells Tinubu to remove petrol subsidy despite the hardship. See his explosive statement. Well, Dangote is actually more concerned concerning the financial capability of the nation. Yes, we all know that there's hardship, but he's telling Tinubu right here, right now, that he should remove the fuel subsidy. He gave reason why Tinubu should remove the fuel subsidy, so that money from the subsidy will be used to tackle other problems in the country, like the education sector, the health sector, the insecurity sector, and all that. But in the matter of petroleum, we already have our own petroleum, and he's going to make sure that his own petroleum, that any of his petroleum that is being loaded up in a truck from his own refinery, will stay inside Nigeria by ensuring that there's a tracker in every truck. Yes, he wants to make, according to his own Dangote view, he wants to make life better for Nigeria in the next coming years to come. Although, yes, subsidy is good, it gives us a relief, but it strains the pocket of the federal government, and when it has overstrained them, they end up paying money for things that they don't even need at all. They start wasting money anyhow. That's just the disadvantage of fuel subsidy, and that was the reason why Tinubu himself removed fuel subsidy. What do you guys think concerning all what Dangote was saying? Because to me, it actually makes sense. But if Tinubu had to remove fuel subsidy, believe me, everybody will start suffering again. What do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Then tap the subscribe button as big red with the notification bell. So anytime I have a new video, you will be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have one for the day ahead of you.